Peace of mind. Very important. I know. Let's talk about Manchester City and
Good morning. Good morning, all. You're welcome to Plan Your Trade, Trade Your Plan, Forex Review with Great White for the 13th of May 2019. If you can hear me, please let me have your yes. Let me have your yes, please, so that we can start off. It's good to be back. Sorry for being away for a long time. I had some little health challenges I needed to take care of. So if you can hear me, let me have your yes. Okay, if you can hear me clearly, let me have your yes, please. If you can hear me, let me have your yes. If you can hear me, let me have your yes. If you can hear me, please let me have your yes. Okay. Let's start off for today. As always, the first pair we'll start off with is the dollar index. But prior to that, let's get a look at what we might be having on our fundamental news release for today. Today being Monday, cool and calm. Not any major news release, just FOMC member, RBI assistant, FOMC member speaking. Let's find out where he'll be speaking at. Due to deliver opening remarks at an event hosted by the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston. Audience questions expected. Whenever you have these audience questions, his response might create a little bit of fireworks. So let's just have that at the back of our mind. So the next one, after that, we'll move over. Next one we'll move on over to is the dollar index. And looking at the dollar index, excuse me, let's look at it from a plain view. A minute, trying to get, okay. Looking at the dollar index from a plain view, if you look at it on the daily, you can basically see that we could say that the dollar index is a bit of correcting. As you can see, these are an uptrend, correction, uptrend to correction. And as you can see, he's sitting above a certain level here. That is at 97.28. So going back to our level, this is what we have on the dollar index. We have this previously broken trend line. This was the break, this is the retest, this is the continuation. Price came back, tested it, and moved away. Came back again for the second time. So now, the deal is this. As long as dollar index stays below 97.42, let me change color. These are his levels of resistance. The levels marked in red are plausible levels of resistance, while the areas marked in green are plausible demand or supply areas. So for now, he's comfortably sitting above a support area, and that support comes in at 97.19. Should the dollar index stay above this level, it has a tendency to challenge this resistance at 97.42 and this falling trend line. A break above either of these levels may send the dollar index higher. And you're quite aware that should the dollar index start moving higher, that will put pressure on the EURUSD. EURUSD may turn bearish. So that aside, we move over to our next pair, which is gold. And looking at gold, gold has a resistance at 1289.88. There's this rising trend line, which is acting as support now. Should this trend line give way, then we know gold might come down to 1280.19. But should this trend line hold, as you can see, this is a sort of a triangular pattern. It's sort of I'll say it's a kind of symmetrical triangle pattern that gold is sitting inside for now. Should this level, this trend line hold, which is a diagonal support, should it hold, then we may see gold move higher. So for now, you just need to be aware that gold is sitting at a support level. And you should also be aware we have an anchor, a bearish anchor here. This entire candle, price has been sitting within its range. That's for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. For the last 15 4-hour candles, they've been sitting within the range of this bearish candle. So a break below this range, that's this candle from the high, I think it should be 1289.88 to 1280.19. A break on either side will result in the same range. What do I mean? This candle has a range of, this will have a challenge. I'm not so good with counting gold bars, but from the top to the bottom, should price break out of it, then what I'm trying to say is this. Let me see. From this bottom to this point, should price break out of it, then price may do the same range either up let me just get this right. So if price breaks out of this range, you see this entire candle range. So this is the range you're seeing in either direction. Should price break, it will do this distance. in either direction it breaks out of. So the next pair I'll be looking at is the USDCHF. Looking at the USDCHF, the USDCHF is sitting at a supply area for now. As you can see, there's a long wick here. And these are the resistance levels: 1.0157, 1.0176, and 1.0212. So should this level hold, you might see the USDCHF move up towards this area. But should it break lower, it has a series of levels to move down towards. So these are the plausible actions on the USDCHF. What's the problem now? So this is what we have on this pair for now. The next pair we'll be looking at is the EURUSD. I'm looking at the EURUSD. We get to the daily. Let's get an idea of what it looks like on the daily. It seems to be in a downward slope, as you can see, but it has broken above this trend line. And remember what I said, the dollar index is sitting at a support. So there is a tendency that this EURUSD may drop a bit to test this level here, this prior resistance, which may now act as support. So that is our 1.1214. If this 1.1214 holds as support with this previously broken trend line, then the EURUSD may move higher. But should it break this support level and this rising trend line, then we may see the EURUSD move lower. So the next pair I'll be looking at is the GBPUSD. I'm looking at the GBPUSD. The GBPUSD seems to be in a kind of a tight range. In a tight range, as you can see, it's sitting above a support zone, 1.2989 to 1.2969, and there is a support and resistance trend line. So the deal here is just to wait and see what happens. A break above this trend line will be bullish for the GBPUSD. A break below will be bearish for the GBPUSD. The next pair we'll be looking at is the EURGBP. And looking at the EURGBP, like those of you who have had the opportunity to attend my classes, I always say the EURGBP is a kind of pivotal pair for most GBP pairs. If you have a bullish EURGBP, most often than not, the pound will be under bearish pressure. But if you have a bearish EURGBP, the pound pressures will have most often a bullish bias. So for now, the EURGBP is battling this trend line. And where is this trend line coming from? This trend line is coming from way up here. As you can see, that's where the trend line is coming from. And price is at that trend line. Let me go over to this chart. Let's see how it closed prior week. Let's see how the euro. Well, this is my level. This is my concern. As you can see, the euro closed for last week as this is a bearish, bullish engulfing candle. This is a bullish engulfing candle. So what we might most likely see on this EURGBP this week is a bit of a pullback, and they may continue back up. For now, it is at a resistance. Let me go back to this chart that I did this. Pull up my fib from the low, from this low. I'm having this problem. What's the problem? Okay. So this is what you might most likely have play out on the EURGBP. Because if you look at this candle is a bullish engulfing candle. Might almost pass for a railway track, but it can't pass for a railway track because the close of this candle is not equal to the open of this candle. So it's almost like an engulfing because it covers the entire range. The wicks are not always included. It's just the candle range. So as you can see, you may see a bit, what you might see play out this week might just be a bit of a pullback. And these are the levels you're looking at, 38.2, 50, and 61.8. So if I look at the GBPUSD, also look at the GBPUSD, as you can see, the GBPUSD has a bearish close. I think this might look like an inside candle. I'm not so sure of this. So on this GBPUSD, what you might have might also be something like this. If the low of last week holds, as that low is at 1.2969, should that low hold, you might see a bit of a pullback up on this pair. So that's just it for now. So the EURGBP, we may see a bit of a pullback. That's if this trend line holds, we may see a bit of a pullback on this EURGBP. And if we go back to our EURGBP to look at the levels, we find out that the 38.2 is at 85.88, 85.70, and 85.51. So those are the levels. Let's see. Somewhere here, 85.98, 85.88. So these are levels where price may most likely come to. So on this pair, if you want, you go from this bottom to this top, pull it up, and then you have it there. So you just wait for a pullback, and you can see that the 50% is lining up with a support level. So most likely it may come down there, it may not. So you just need to be aware of that. Next pair we'll be looking at is the GBPCHF. And looking at the GBPCHF, this trend line has been broken by price, but price currently is sitting above a support at 1.3134. So should this support level hold, you may see a possibility that the GBPCHF may rally up towards this area. And if it finds resistance there, it may drop. So let me check on this pair to find out how the GBPCHF closed prior week. This is basically, if we look at this candle, this is what I call a first class bearish engulfing. This is a first class bearish engulfing on the weekly. So what we might see, most times, you might see a bit of a correction. You might see a bit of a correction. So doesn't mean you can't trade it, but if you're trading it, you just need to be aware of what is about to happen. So only on the weekly candle, we might see a bit of a pullback into the body of this candle. And after that, price may continue its descent. So we just need to be aware of that. Let me get this. I can transpose the weekly candle on this pair because we're having a new week already. Pick my fib from the top to the bottom. I hope I got the high. I got the high properly, because if you don't get the levels properly, it might distort your reading. So, okay, I leave it at this and drop down to my bar. So, and as you can see, by using the fib, the 38.2 intersects this previously broken trend line. So, if this support holds and price starts moving up, these are your plausible levels of resistance and your plausible levels of exit should you take a long position into any of these locations. So the next pair I'm looking at is the GBP AUDUSD, and the AUDUSD seems to be in a downtrend. As you can see, it's coming to test this 69.65 level. Should this level hold as support, then we may see a move high back up on price. And if that should happen, we will be having our first level of resistance on this pair will be coming in around here. So should this level, as you can see in the past, it held at this area. So price is coming down into that area. So should this price test here, there is the possibility that price may break this line and close back above it. There exists a possibility that may happen. So we need to be aware of that. So as long as you don't get a close below 69.65 on the daily, there exists the possibility that price may move back up to correct before dropping down further. So the next pair I'll be looking at is USDJPY. Looking at the USDJPY, I'm looking at the USDJPY from the daily weekly point of view. The USDJPY from the weekly view closed as a bearish candle. But there's something you need to be aware of. For the last 3 weeks, it has been in a downtrend. And if you look at this level on the weekly, there is a level here. There is a low here, this low here. And there's also a demand area here. You can't see it clearly from the weekly. If you go to a lower time frame, you will see it. Price did not close below this level, 109.69. So there exists a potential that we might see a correction back up on this pair. So if we go down to now our intraday chart, if we get a look at it, we can see that price is reacting from 109.57 to 109.43. This is the support area. As you can see, if you look closely, we already have a morning star formation. You see it, bullish candle. This is a pin bar and a bullish engulfing. So you might see a bit of a pullback and a move back up. As long as this support area holds, you might see the USDJPY move higher on this pair. But for now, it is sitting at a critical support area. As you can see, I said there is a demand area. You won't see it clearly on the daily. This is the demand area where price is. It's just above it. So there exists the potential that it may move higher. So you just need to bear that in mind that the USDJPY for now is sitting above a support. The next pair I'll be looking at is the Euro Yen. For this Euro Yen, let me look at its close on the weekly. When you have a view of how the candles close on the higher time frame, it gives you an idea of what to expect. So if you look at the Euro Yen from a weekly point of view, it closed bearish, but it has a long lower wick. It has a long lower wick. So most likely, you might just see a bit of a pullback and a move higher. So go down to my normal chart, go down to our intraday markup levels. For now, I can't say, I don't have any visible support here. So what I will do basically for this pair is I will use my fib from this point to this point. So I'll be looking at, you see price is the 50 and the 61.8 are potential levels of support. So let me mark it up. Let me use a horizontal line. Let me use a horizontal line to mark it up so that it can be clear to you people. So these are plausible areas of support on this pair, 123.05 and 122.92. So these are areas where if you see bullish evidence, then you may take a long position towards this trend line or 124.09. So the next pair I'm looking at is the pound yen. Now the pound yen, I go to the pound yen, let me get the view of how the weekly candle closed. So as you can see, the pound yen closed with a bearish engulfing, and it took out this low here. It broke this structure here. It broke this structure here. That structure is between the structure is between 143.77 and 144.17. So what we do on this pair is the same thing that we've done prior. From the top, you pick your fib, take it to the low of last week and watch. And if you observe, the 38.2 comes in directly at that level. The 50% comes in slightly above it. So we go down to our chart. When we go down to our chart, we find out that the pound yen for now is sitting above a kind of support structure. It has several support levels that it's sitting above. Excuse me. Let me sort this out properly. Okay. It has several support structures. That's 142.53, 142.24, and 141.87. These are plausible levels of support. Should price find support here, then you might be looking at price. Your first level of resistance comes in at this high here. The high is at 143.24. A move above it will bring price to retest 143.82. That's this from the weekly. You can see it 1, 2, 3, 4. So price broke it. So there's a tendency price needs to come back and retest this level. If it gets rejected at this level, then there exists the potential that it may start heading back down. The next pair we're looking at is EURAUD. So looking at the EURAUD, let me get the view of how it closed on the weekly. Well, this is the deal on the EURAUD. As you can see, for the last 3 weeks, it has been in a rise, solid rise. But now he has run into a supply area. That supply area is not visible on the weekly. It's visible on the daily, as you can see. That is where he is now. So the storyline is this. As long as this zone, 16152, oh, can't see this level here. Let me go back to my normal chart. So this is it here. This is the level here. Get this way. I think I got this time properly there. Yeah. Running out of time. Let me quickly hurry up with this. So it's currently in a supply area. So if you get a bearish evidence out of this area, you need this trend line to break. Because as you can see, this trend line needs to break. Once this trend line breaks and this cluster level here, there's a cluster level here. There's a support cluster here. Once this support cluster is taken out, the EURAUD will be going lower. So, but for now, he's at a resistance structure. You do not want to engage a buy at that current location. So looking at the next pair, GBPAUD, GBPAUD is sitting above a support. And what I'm seeing is in order, he might have done first leg, second leg. This is what looks like a double bottom. It might be on the move high. But for now, he has this structure here to take care of. And that structure is between 85.59 to 86.81. A move above this level will send it higher. So the next pair I'm looking at is the USDCAD. Looking at the USDCAD, on the 4 hour, it seems to be in a range. It's reacting from this support structure here. Although he has broken this trend line, let me get rid of some of this. What you need to observe is I trade mainly pound pairs. Most of these pairs, I do the analysis for the sake of people who ask for it. I don't trade most of these pairs. I don't trade the UCAD. I trade mainly pound pairs. So this pair is bouncing from its support. It might be going towards this trend line. So that done, somebody was asking, how do we set alert on MT4? So let me show you how to do it. You go to your MT4 chart, you pull it up. Let me see if I can quickly hurry up with this before I run out of time. You pull up your MT4 chart. When you pull up your MT4 chart, assuming I need a price alert at this level, as you can see, price is already here. Price is already here. At this level, let me say I need an alert if price gets to 109.73 here. What I would do is I would right click, I go to trading. You see what I have here? I can put an alert here, or I can put a buy stop. I want to put an alert here. So you see this red line, you see the alert bid. I move it, I can move it straight to this level. You can see it's there already. Then what do I do next? I go to my terminal. When I go to my terminal, you see the alert, you see trade, exposure, account history. I go to alert. This is the most recent one. Let me delete this one that I have here. You can either delete, you can create, modify, delete, enable, off or on. So I'm deleting these prior ones. As you can see, the arrow is still there. So what do I do here? I double click on the alert. It will pop up. Because when this alert comes up, you see it at this level here. This is where it is. When this alert pops up, oh, I'm not sharing my MT4. Oh, sorry. Are you guys seeing the MT4 now? Are you seeing the MT4 now? Are you guys seeing the MT4 now? Are you guys seeing the MT4 now? Okay, let me start all over again. So this is your MT4. You've opened your MT4. You have a level where you want price. If price gets to, you need an alert. So let's say I'm waiting for price to get to this level here. And this level is at 109.73. What do? I right click on my chart. I go to trading. When I go to trading, I go to alert. Do you see it? I can move, you can move the alert to any level, but I want the alert kept here. So do you see this red line? So what do? I can double click on it. If I double click on it, where I have the red arrow, this will pop up. When this pops up, when price gets to 109.70, this is what I'm going to hear. You can test it. This is what you hear. This is what I will hear. But for me to be able to differentiate this alert from any other alert, you tap these 3 bars here. When you tap on these 3 bars, since I have songs on my laptop, you normally prefer using a song, such that when price gets there, I am aware that price is at that level. So let me see, let me go through, let me use this Timaya's Adon Blue. So when price gets to that level, if I test it, this is what I'm going to get. My music player will pop up. When the music player pops up, and it's going to start playing automatically. And it would play, I think it would play 5 times or thereabouts. So have we all gotten it? If you've gotten it, let me have your yes. If you've gotten it, let me have your yes. So that's how you set an alert, so that you don't have to sit at your laptop all day. You don't use the same music for these different pairs. It's advisable you use different songs for different pairs, so that when the song comes up, you know which pair you are looking at, depending on the number of pairs you are trading. So I hope my little the person that said he didn't get, you might have to watch this recording. You would have to wait for the recording. When I post the link for the recording, you get it on YouTube because I'm almost out of time. So I wish you all, thank you all for coming, and I wish you all a beautiful trading day and a blessed week in advance. Thank you.